Welcome back to No Man's Land and the Everything Challenge. It is October, walking through all of our new productions that we made last episode. That was the paper mill. And then in front of us we have our new potato crisp factory on the right hand side here. This is the cereal factory on the left. This is one of the premium ones to do. I think this is barrel factory, I think. No, so this is the preserve factory from Premium. We've got our new sawmill over here, and then behind it, our ore and stone hopper. Here's the barrel factory that we made, and last but not least, the sugar mill. So, yeah, all of the tall stuff got placed, and it represents nearly the end of our production journey. The only thing left now is the ore mine and the ore and the metal facility, which we just can't afford. But we'll have no trouble about that very soon, because this is harvest month and a huge amount of our property is up for harvest. This is our corn. If we look at the map, we can see that the corn is ready, the soybeans are ready, the sunflowers are ready, our olives are ready, and then next month over here, our sugarcane is nearly ready. And then on the ground everywhere, if we jump across to the main buildings, there is pallets of stuff everywhere ready to be sold. So at the end of the day, we will run around and pick up anything that's at its peak. You can see we've got lots of floor tiles and furniture and lots of stuff. You know, bread over here. But first things first, let's get the corn cut. Let's jump across to our harvester. So this area looks really different. I mean, up until yesterday, we just had this single shred, and now there's a whole production facility up here. My goal was to kind of keep it off the road, and so you kind of go into the facility to use it. You don't actually access it from out here much. Maybe we'll put a little bit of driveway there, but that's it. Let's get this started. It's a nice rectangle field, so the workers should not have a trouble at all. And we'll go grab the probably 2 trailers. I'm guessing 40,000 liters. So yeah, let's grab 2 classes and do that. These are both empty. So let's run this up there, and then we can have some time-lapse fun as we get that field done. After that, we'll probably do the sorghum because it's quite small, and then we'll finish off with the sunflowers, which may be next episode. We also need to do some planting too, the wheat and the barley. This is the last month for that, and so they also need to get put in the ground. So as the sunflowers going, we'll probably do the planting of the field that's right next to it. Alright, while we wait for the harvester to come back, let's do a quick little edit of that ground there to give it a little bit of dirt. That's good. Let's make it so that it kind of makes it so it looks like you can drive through here. Put a little bit of grass in there, make it look a bit more overgrown. So at some point we might put a fence through here. I think we actually might be able to do it right now. So we'll do that right now. So I think that looks pretty good. Just to beautify it a little bit. I want to really make sure that it feels like it's a separate area rather than being part of the fields. How's that harvester going? Nearly coming back. So let's do a quick little time lapse as we get this entire field done. That went pretty well. Unfortunately, every time we went up and down, we were at about 52% capacity. I tried shaving off the end of the field a bit to reduce each row, but it wasn't enough, which meant that we had to unload every up and down rather than able to go do it 4 times, like up, down, but that's fine. The truck wasn't too far away and unloading didn't take too long. This New Holland's done us quite well. This is the one we got in the sale in the first couple of episodes. We got it 60% off. It's the one of the lowest ones we've got out there, as in capacity and everything else, but it does the job. It moves along and yeah, just gets the job done. After this, we'll probably set it off on the sorghum. We'll have to go get the other head for that, and obviously we'll have to deliver this corn to the various places. We'll put one load in the pigs, and we'll put one load. I think corn has to go to the cereal factory. Actually, have a quick look at the production for that. I think the cereal factory needs corn. I haven't done it for a long time. Cereal factory, yeah, it wants corn. So we've got tons of oats in the silo, and so we'll deliver some of them. Corn we'll do straight off the field right here, and then we'll have to put some honey on a trailer and bring it up. And then raisins has been set to distribute from the grape place right here. So this is distributing from our grapes. So that's pretty easy. We do have some on the ground, and so we can bring them over as well on a trailer. I think they're pretty heavy, so we'll have to use a forklift to get them up. We'll get this last stripe done. Got probably, yeah, close to 40,000, like my guess. The first trailer is full, which is 22,500. And that second one's getting up there. So yeah, maybe 38, 40,000 total. We'll see that in a sec. Probably put, yeah, because the pigs, I think there's so many pigs. I think we have a barn that has a lot of pigs in it, and pig food is seriously expensive. I think I'll put the full trailer in the pigs, and we'll put that, whatever that last partial one, the last, 20 out of the 22,000. We'll put that in the cereal factory that's right close to us. Get a internal view here. Got a Tobii Eye Tracker. Don't use it too often. You can look around pretty easily, up and down and up and such. I'm not using it too much in time lapses because every time I dart my eyes, you can see like they're moving around the screen. It does move around a bit, and particularly in time lapses, it can be a little bit oppressive. So yeah, not using it too much, but when I'm playing more solo and not on camera, I do tend to use it a bit more. Is a Tobii worth it for farming sim? I'm a bit partial about it. I use it a lot less than I thought I was going to for Farming Simulator. I've also tried it in Construction Simulator, and I barely use it in that either. So yeah, I don't for the $300 price tag, I don't know if it's worth it. It is great that you can use it to log into Windows. I just walk up to my machine and the facial recognition means it logs in. So that's pretty cool. But in general, is it worth it? Like, not for Farming Sim and Construction Simulator. I think if you're playing some type of space one, where it's more about a fighter jet type situation, so DCS or one of the space ones, that's a much more positive. And of course then there's Flight Simulator, which is the quintessential example. So let's drive this back down to base, and I will see you down there. Alright, we'll drop this off, probably behind the gold production where we tend to drop these off, and we'll pick up the other head. We don't own a trailer, but it doesn't really matter. Everything we've got in our land's quite wide. Not that this header trailer or this header is very wide anyway. We'll grab this and get it out to the soybeans. I think soybeans is this type of header. And yeah, everything is moving along, production-wise and everything. We're seeing lots and lots of material on the ground, lots of cartons building up, and the economy is flowing quite well. It's kind of feeding into itself. The biggest constraint right now is, can we produce enough raw resources to keep all the production chains happy? And do we have enough time to actually pick up the crops as well? I'm going to use the worker for this. We've done enough time-lapsing of me doing it. I think I might start... You notice that this building's gone. Last episode, I deleted it. It was being glitchy, and the reason was proximity to the root silo. Because it was right next door, it considered it to be the same storage. That's why it was continually getting material. But I wanted to have more control over it, so I sold that, took the $50,000 hit, and moved it over to where our big production facility is over there on the horizon. And so my plan is to re-cultivate this field, and we'll return this to being a square, which I think will look a lot better anyway. So let's let the worker do that, and we'll have to do something about... Actually, I just noticed this as I drove past. This is driving me nuts. It just doesn't look natural. It needs this area right here. It just needs some grass around it. Done. It just didn't look natural the way it was like that. So let's grab the New Holland up there with the corn in it, and we'll dump some of this off, and we'll go see our... Oh, that's really heavy. We'll go see our cereal factory for the first time. So yeah, 40,000. Yeah, how's that for a guess? I was within 81 litres. I mean, that was pure fluke. Unbelievable. I didn't really know what the yield of the land was or anything like that. No, can't believe I was within 81 litres. That's pretty amazing. I don't know if I said this before as I did it, but I put a fence down here just make it a little bit more of a border between the fields and the road and this production area. I think that fence looks pretty good. We'll scatter some more trees around the property. That tree probably will have to go because it's in the way of the picking up. But most of these other trees we'll keep. So let's dump this off. This is a cereal factory, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Otis. That's a good name. So we'll dump that second one off. And we'll dump all of that in there. So about 18,000 worth. I think these roads are wide enough. They're not too narrow. They're not too wide. We should be able to maneuver in here pretty easily. And then we'll go down south and dump the other corn off in the pig area. As I go by, do I need to do any root silo? Actually, you know what I can do, since we're going right here. Back into this. Let's pick up some stones and we'll go deliver that at the gold mine as we're kind of going close. So, and we'll put... So these stones were gathered through the stone picker, so rather than having to drive all the way down south, or north, whichever way it is, over to the main yard to drop them off from the stone picker, we can just drop them off in that little silo. And then, yeah, as the mount builds up, we then can grab a trailer load. Get them into the gold facility. So that 7,000 will turn into about $14,000 worth, so can't complain about that. While I'm here, since I'm thinking of it, here's our new AKA Land Rover. Looks awesome. I'm going to get this guy to start to seed that land in front of us, because it is planting month. Because the AI isn't very good at using more than one seeder, I'll just use one for this, and it can just go up and down, up and down. And so we'll disconnect the rest and just use one of these. And we will do... Oh, let's just do wheat, I guess. So I want to do wheat and barley. We'll still... Let's, let me set it off this way. And when it runs out of seed, that can be the demarcation for the new amount of... we'll change it to barley. And then over the next year, we'll produce more fields, and we'll have a dedicated field for each of those. So... Put that down, and then the worker can get that in the ground, and it needs to be weed, so we'll have to put herbicide on that at some point. Right, let's go deliver the pigs their corn. We're putting it into a mixer. The downside is we still don't have the canola for that. We probably get rid of that second trailer for now. And I think I just saw a message that, was it because I was blocking the tractor, or was it already at 80% full? Could be 80% full. Oh, are these sweet beets ready? In my brain, I'm thinking next month, but no, most things are done this month. So are those sweet beets ready and they need to get harvested? Yeah, remove foliage and yeah, this is ready. So yeah, we need to get that happening as well. But we'll probably put that in next episode. So we have our pigs on the corner here. We're not putting the material into the pigsty directly. We have a mixer for that. So much like with the cows, we're relying on a machine to get the ratio correct. And so this mod, you put in what's the list? You put in wheat, corn, potato, and canola, and it's able to make pig food mix. And so at the moment, if we look at it in the production menu, you can see that it has pig food. It has potatoes, corn, and wheat, but it has no canola. So we need to put a lot more potatoes in it from a ratio point of view. Probably 2 more loads. So we push it out 66, 22, 22, and then about 10,000. What's canola going to cost us to buy? So 10,000 is going to cost us 15,000. Let's go do that. We do have 50,000 in the bank. We should be okay, and we've got plenty of materials hanging around. All right, so we want... There we are, canola. And we will get 10,000 litres. I'm just watching the thing go flying up. And that would do. Yeah, $15,000 worth. So hopefully these pigs are going to make money. The pigs are kind of against us because they take many months to grow and then sell. And because we're kind of doing this series quite fast, I don't know whether they're actually going to mature. So this is kind of dead money. So much like the grapevines, where they take about 10 years to pay off, the pigs are also going to be in the 2 or 3 year range to pay the facility off and also all the food. So yeah, it's a good job we've got that gold mine and those flowers and mushrooms, because otherwise I don't think we'd be able to actually make a profit here and stay solvent. But this should be the last of the ingredients to make this thing happy, so it can make a mix. See that tub going up. And it should now have everything it needs. Yep, it has all of them. So we'll be able to make roughly times 10. So we'll be able to make 100,000. Yeah, 100,000 litres. So 10 times. Yeah, 100,000 litres. So let's turn that on. And hopefully we've done the right thing there. So run over to the field and check how that harvest is going. It's got to be close to getting full. It's been done about half the field. I don't think there's anywhere where soybeans needs to go. Now normally soybeans would go into the pigsty directly if you're mixing your own crop or your own feed. But because we're using that mod, that mixer, I don't think we actually have a destination for this. So we'll probably just put it into the silo. We grab this. The downside of the having crop destruction on is if you turn the AI off during while it's in the field, you will destroy crop. It was at 89%, so that was good timing. So yeah, I was rushing to get it before we destroy some crops. So that was 8,000 already, so with what's left, we might get 11,000 off this field. How much is soybeans worth at its peak? I don't know how much there. So maybe 2,000. Yeah, so it's a $20,000 field, $30,000 field, and risky. I've been thinking about this a lot when I was doing the grapes. The grapes are generating about $30,000-$40,000 per an hour of effort. And I think most things are like that. If you actually think about, with the effort to do the drilling and fertilizing and then harvesting, how much time did you put in? And I think most fields average out to about $30,000 or $40,000 an hour. Some a bit less, some a bit more. So we'll let the work continue doing that. Let's have a look and see how that other work is doing. There he is. He's still going. And plenty of material in the tank. We're throwing that straw away. It wasn't worth our effort to go around and deal with that. I like the JCB as a model. I think it looks gorgeous, and also it's nice and strong. The horsepower is really good, and its road speed's fantastic. It's really fast. Its articulation is pretty good, its turning circle, I should say, rather than articulation. But yeah, I really like the JCB. So what's left to do? So we're gonna have to do herbicide on here. Let's do a little bit of selling to get some money in the bank. So let's grab the truck and we'll grab our curtainside trailer. And at the minimum, we'll pick up those pallets that are out in the field and in the way. And we'll also quickly run through the calendar to see what materials are at the max. Let me quickly do that. So milk's one of the ones that's in October, but because we want to put that into productions, we won't be selling that. Sugar is also one of the ones that is maxing out in October. We don't have any yet, but we will be making so much. There's no way that our bakery will use what we have. So next year in October, we'll definitely sell that. Armoires are maxed out, but we only just put that production down, so we don't have any of those. Birdhouse, we can sell, and we have a huge pile of them. So birdhouse and buckets, which is also, I'm not sure if we make buckets or not, but we'll look for that. So birdhouse and buckets. We just put down carton roll, so we don't have any of them yet. Wood beams, but we're not producing any right now. The lumber or the raw timber is being used to go into planks, to go into subsequent productions rather than just being sold raw. And that is it down the end of the pile. So basically birdhouses and buckets, and we'll whatever preserved ones we have, we'll just accept that their price is low and get rid of them. So let's run up here and we'll pick up all of the stuff that's on the ground, and then we'll run by the birdhouses and sell that off too. And since we just got here and the harvest is finished, let's get that moved on to the next task. Looks like we need to stone this field when we redo it. So we might as well plow it. I have interest, does it need plowing? The benefit of plowing is we get more stones and more money out of it. So it doesn't need plowing, but we'll anyway. We'll get rid of the stones in that field when we do it. And let's get this last little bit done. I missed this little corner. Looks like the road's a good width so that the two don't confuse it with each other. And another 3,000, so not a huge load. Only, what's that, 8 plus 3, maybe 11,000 total. Not the biggest crop. But for something that took us relatively a small amount of effort to prepare and plant, not too bad. Especially since the worker was able to do most of the harvesting for us. So let's look at the headers that harvester has. So currently we have both the normal header and the corn header for it. The corn header is what's used for sunflowers, and it is 6 meters wide. This harvester is capable of using these other ones. This is what we have, 6 meters. This is also 6, and this is 5.7. So yeah, so we may as well use this head. I thought this might be wider. I assume this is cheaper because it just has less ability. So yeah, so we'll use this head. I probably shouldn't have returned that to the yard. So let's run down the yard, swap these out. I'll be back here in a sec. Alright, that's the head swapped over, and we will do that next time. Actually, I'll turn this engine off. I've changed the setting to have engines turned on, because now that we're doing so much more automated stuff, it's important that the engines still run. Let's drop this off, and we'll actually do the trailering stuff and selling all that product next time, after we set the worker off doing the sunflowers. Alright, we'll dump this off here. Whoops. Try that again. Another $11,000, 11,000 litres into the mix. If we look at our numbers, definitely a lot of product in our silos. So we've got a lot of wheat, a lot of barley, a lot of oats that needs to get delivered up to the cereal factory. Sorghum doesn't really have a purpose. Probably flour and the chickens. A little bit of grapes in our custom mod thing. We have not done the olive harvest. That needs to get done. Sunflowers, we got a little bit from a small crop we did last year. There's probably 100,000 to be picked up, so a lot of that will go into the oil factory. Soybeans we just got. Plenty of potatoes, and we need to get the sugar beet. So lots of stuff to do next time. We'll call that an episode. Thanks for watching. Lots more to do on the Everything Challenge. We've got a lot of planting to do, a lot of harvesting to do, a lot more harvesting to do. I've moved the time down to 1 times because we need a lot more time in this day to finish it off. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time on the Everything Challenge as we finish off the harvest season in October. Thanks for watching.